Plastic dreams in pixel mazes. Fingers dance, electric craze. You win, you lose, the screen displays. Retro Legends Arcade, where heroes are made. Insert your coin, don't be afraid. Retro Legends Arcade. Pinball clatters, jackpot rings. 8-bit world where power springs. Twitches hum, the chaos sings. Forever young on timeless wings. Press start to play. The night won't decay. Retro Legends Arcade, where heroes are made. Insert your coin, don't be afraid. Retro Legends Arcade. Retro Legends Arcade. Retro Legends Arcade.
Hello, gamers, and welcome to the Retro Legends Arcade. Of course, this show is all about the games. We're going to be playing and talking about some pinball tonight. I want to say a huge thank you to a very successful first tournament. Last week, we did our first live iScored tournament. Had a lot of players that turned up. We had a great time. It was a ton of fun. So thank you to everyone who played in our tournament last week. The show is always about the games, so I'm going to start by introducing the brand new games that are coming to our leaderboards. If you're not familiar with what the Retro Legends Arcade is, let me pull this up real quick. Basically, we play different pinball games and arcade games all week long. You can play on any platform ranging from Pinball Effects VR. You can play on Pinball Effects, pretty much any platform you want. You just take a picture of your game using iScored. And it's very easy. I'll put QR codes are included with all the games. I also put links in the description of the video. I'll show you exactly where you need to go to enter your scores. We say hello to a few people here early. Welcome to the stream, Sacro, Wingo, good to see you. Bliss2121, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. We have some good games entering the arcade this week. So that being said, let me pull up my video of the games first. I like to keep it focused on the games. So let's go. And here we go. Starting off one of the most iconic musical soundtracks of 80s arcade. This soundtrack, whenever I hear this, I immediately have to play this game. And once I play it, I'm probably humming it for the 5 minutes after I'm done playing it. But of course, I'm talking about the legendary Gyruss. Let's get it started.
rise. I refuse to shine.
In a time of ancient gods, warlords, and kings, a land in turmoil cried out for a hero. She was XENA, a mighty princess forged in the heat of battle. The power, the passion, the danger. Her courage will change the world.
Let the games begin.
Hey, I just saved your life.
Let's get the treasure and get out of here before it comes. We have a real problem here. I was attached to the tower. I'm gonna tap into the heart of darkness. The sheer naked will behind all craving. Hatred and violence. I'll become the face of death itself. Capable of destroying not only a person's body, but their soul. You're the strongest mind wins. I don't need food if you don't. See, this is it.
Oh! XENA is a savage mistress.
Yeah, what is it with you and Halls, huh?
All right. You gotta love that music. Welcome in some new people just popped in. Welcome. Let's see who we just got that came in. Video Game Vegas is here. So glad to see Video Game Vegas. Merry Christmas. We got Mikey Yoon just came in. Good to see you. We got Garza241. Welcome to the channel. Got Dark Realm Gaming, always a friend of Papa Brad's Gaming. Welcome here. You're always welcome here. Elevator Action Pinball. Who knew? I mean, that's a AtGames only title. It's a Taito game. So we got lots of things to play. You can play it on different platforms. You don't need to play all the games. You can pick the ones you want to play. All the descriptions to the games, you can click on the description, it takes you straight to the leaderboards. I usually do it with my phone. You can always scan the QR codes in the video I just showed. That'll take you to the iScored leaderboards as well. And let me just show some extra things I brought. I wanted to talk about these games. And really, you know, like peanut butter and jelly, Gyruss and Tempest are really, they got to go together. They got to go together. They're both tube shooters. You know, basically Tempest, of course, the classic Atari, which you play with the spinner. You can play it a lot of different ways. It is a stock game on the ALU from AtGames, and they have a spinner on the cabinet to play it, but you can play it, you know, any way you want through MAME. You can play it on a console, but this is the arcade version of Tempest. Okay, so here's a look at the beautiful cabinet. Iconic with those angles. Really, nothing looks like a Tempest cab. Very unique cabinet. I heard that Video Game Vegas was talking about some Arcade1Up talk. Look out, because guess what? We're going to talk a little Arcade1Up talk in a minute, but not quite yet. First, I want to pay respect to one of my favorites, Tempest. And Gyruss is basically you take Galaga and Tempest, you mix them up together, and you get Gyruss. Gyruss is a great game. It seems like it would be played with a spinner, but it's always been played with a joystick. And of course, you know where I'm going to go next. Pick your favorite. I have a poll up where you can vote for which game you like the best. And I know that Video Game Vegas says he's not a fan, but I'll tell you who I'm a fan of. And we're gonna pay a proper tribute to someone who I'm a huge fan of. You know it's coming. It's been a while since we've done one of these. They thought they were gone, but they're making a return. Look out. Run for cover. Here it comes. Huge shout out to XENA. I'm going to be spending some time in XENA land playing XENA Pinball this week. I will be playing it in Pinball Effects VR. Is my preferred way to play the game. It plays so good in VR. It's a fantastic. It is a fun game. It tells a story. Video Game Vegas coming in hot. Of course, we all love Elvira as well, but you know, you got to mix it up sometimes. So we're going with XENA this week. So be sure to drop a score in XENA Pinball this week. It's going to be a lot of fun. That being said, it's time to move. Let me check in with the chat here. We got bouncing in. Always welcome on the channel. Biggie D, what is up, guys? Let's fucking go. XENA is a poor man's Elvira. I don't know. We got fantastic channel. If you did not check out her stream earlier, always try to catch Steps Turbo show live whenever I can. She did a great stream on positivity. You know, and there's definitely a place for that. You know, but I think you need a balance of a little bit of both. You know, I think everyone, you know, YouTube is a free environment. If you like it, watch it. If you don't like it, just don't watch. It's pretty simple, you know. You know, but I'm not going to live in fear and put my head under in a hole in the ground either and pretend that things don't happen, because you got to be a realist, right? But anyway, let's see. Garza coming in hot. Not as hot as Tomb Raider, but I'll take it. Yeah. I had to tone it way down, because when I started my retro babes were so hot, I was getting flagged for mature content. So I have to tone it way down, but I'm still gonna have them when it's appropriate. And I think that was a pretty tasteful little tribute to XENA. I do enjoy this XENA game. I don't know what it is about it. And I really didn't fall in love with it until I played it in tournament, and I really gave it a chance. It's kind of a game. It tells a story. And once you really learn how all the modes in the game, it's actually pretty fun. But it didn't initially strike me as being something that I really liked. Man, we're mixing it up. We're going in the unexpected directions tonight. Let me tell you, you never thought you would hear me talk about this again, but it's time to revisit one of the old topics. I haven't talked about this in probably, God, it's been probably 6 months since I even mentioned this company. But look, we're going to do just a small amount of Arcade1Up talk. And let's do. Okay, so of course the topic, I'm probably late to the party here, but there was a lot of videos that went out asking if Arcade1Up was dead. Hello, arcade community. We want to address a few questions we've seen circulating about the Arcade1Up product lines. Basic Fun has acquired select assets of Arcade1Up and intends to support to the best of our ability the home arcade category and existing Arcade1Up products currently in the market. This asset acquisition reflects our ongoing commitment to expanding our presence in the home arcade space, supporting current Arcade1Up titles and products alongside our existing arcade offerings. We'll have more to share in the new year and look forward to continuing to serve the arcade fan community. Game on. And you look real small in the corner here. If you look really small, you can see it. You can see it in the corner. It says Basic Fun. So here's the big news. I do have an Arcade1Up directly behind me. Let me get this off the screen. But the big news is Basic Fun bought Arcade1Up. And there's a lot going on with Arcade1Up. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in 2000 next year, to see where Arcade1Up goes, 2026. I don't think 2025 was their year, but a lot is shaking up and changing in this community. And I do want to give a little shout out to the Arcade Insiders, because I think that's going to be the source for Arcade1Up info. Let's check this out.
So what are your top takeaways for Basic Fun buying A1Up assets?
Yeah, she's like, don't make me rewatch the whole thing. Just tell me the things that I can talk about.
Just tell you what matters. Assume that anything that Arcade1Up knew how to make, Basic Fun now has that ability. Whether you could probably assume that whether that's through tooling or through like spec sheets or designs or any of those things, that they kind of like Neo in the Matrix, they plugged in and now they know how to Arcade1Up. So I think that's probably the biggest takeaway. They'll have the Arcade1Up name. I imagine if there were any patents or anything that Arcade1Up had available, they probably grab things like that too. So like anything that would have brought value to that brand, they probably picked up. So what I would expect is that the next round of products that they make would be quality that we're used to seeing, that we would see, familiar coin doors, things of that nature. And that's what we can expect.
Well, anyway, moving forward, check out the Arcade Insiders. They got a great new channel. They're going to be where you're going to find out all the scoops about what's going to happen with Basic Fun and Arcade1Up. Video Game Vegas says that Arcade1Up made their most beautiful cabinets of the year with their Pac-Man Neon and SpongeBob claw machines. They were better than the, I don't want to say exactly, stomped the Basic Fun garbage. I'll read it word for word. Yeah, I think Basic Fun, they got a ways to go. So, you know, I at one time had 9 Arcade 1-Ups, and I'm down to 1. I have the Defender Partycade. I do have a Star Wars, but it's been so heavily modified. It's basically just the shell of an Arcade 1-Up. It can play all the new Star Wars games. I can play Battle Pod on it. I could play Trilogy. Of course, I could play classic arcade Star Wars on it. But it's exciting. It's exciting time. And, you know, the good thing about this is it could bring new people into the home arcade hobby. I feel like this hobby is really struggling to bring new people in. And if they do well, it will bring new people into the hobby, and hopefully it'll bring players, because like this show is about gamers. You know, this is for, you know, active arcade and pinball players. This is a show where you can drop scores. This is a show where we're not really all about drama. We're just about playing games, posting scores. These leaderboards are not gate kept. Any of these clowns that like to talk about home arcade, they could come in and drop a score, blow my score away, play against me, see how you do. You know, I think, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how this shapes up. You know, we got Mikey Yoon. How do we know they're going to make new inventory that they just didn't buy up the existing inventory? Well, we don't know anything really, but you just heard it from the source. Anything they have, they now have that was of value. So just like the Matrix, they're going to assimilate all that knowledge of what they did have, which is a good thing, you know. And we got Steps wishing Mikey Yoon a Merry Christmas. Is Arcade 1-Up Tempest? Yes, I did have the Tempest cab. I had the Tempest cab. It was one of the 9 Arcade 1-Ups I sold. But it did play well. It played pretty accurate to the arcade. So the Arcade 1-Up Tempest is the same as the original. Yeah, I would say the gameplay is pretty much spot on. That was a good cabinet for what it was. Okay. Big ED's recommend. I did not see that video. He said a good video dropped from the Irate Gamer. Okay. Well, I'm not sure. You know, of course, Big ED has a channel. Be sure to go over there and subscribe. But everyone's welcome on this channel. Thanks for watching. You know, drop some scores in our leaderboards. But one thing's for sure, you know, home arcade is not going anywhere. You know, I was playing these games long before Arcade 1-Up, and I'll be playing, you know, hopefully they're revitalized and they can even make better products. You know, I mean, I would be excited for a Q Bert. Yeah, I've always wanted a Q Bert because it's the one game I can't play well on my multicades. I would buy like a dedicated Q Bert in some kind of form. I love the game, you know, and I'm a gamer. I mean, I did one time I went in an arcade. I just dropped a quarter on a whim. I put out a challenge to a popular YouTuber that owns a Q Bert, and they could never even answer back. And that was just a single quarter, go in an arcade randomly and play one game of Q Bert. So I'm a huge fan of Q Bert. I could play the game really well. I can get really far in it, and I enjoy it. So I would love to see a Q Bert. I was happy with my new Wave Q Bert till it stopped working, Video Game Vegas. Tragically, it just totally stopped working. It will no longer turn on. So, but I think, you know, there's definitely places they can go. You know, I'm going to give them a blank slate, because it's not the same people that are running Arcade 1-Up. It's going to be different people, and we're going to have to see what they do. You know, it all depends on what they do. I remember there was a time AtGames made these terrible consoles, these like plug and play consoles, and then they came out with the AtGames Legends Ultimate, and it was just like a whole different break in quality. So you can't write any of these companies out. You know, anything's possible. And it's still an exciting time to be an arcade gamer, you know. And I don't care, because every week we have a great week of gaming. We have games to play. We have scoreboards to chase. I think I might have actually won for once in the Blue Moon. I do win a game. I think I won a game this week on our leaderboards. Speaking of that, let me go back to what this show is about, which is the Retro Legends Arcade. This is a show that definitely loses money, a lot of money. I've given out over $1,000 in prizes, and I only give them out to people that play. If you're a gamer and you play games, this is the place to come. This is all about the games. This is the Retro Legends leaderboard. We've played, and since I started, think there was like, I counted, there was like 188 games, I think, in pinballs that we have played competitively with a week's worth of tournaments. Super exciting, you know? I'll just read while I'm on the screen. I just want to show you. It scrolls so you can see. I'll move from side to side. But literally, all these arcade game boards are open. So the only thing I'm locking down is if we do a tournament. Now, after we do a tournament, I will put a lock on those scores permanently because those scores are etched in stone. But all these other leaderboards are open now. So feel free to play. Shout out the players that played last week. And we'll start with Attack from Mars tournament. We had Stop Nudging Me, won the tournament. Jabba, Sacro, Mickelberg J, Ballydurn, Mikey Yoon, Lord Donkey Balls, Dave LB, Jay, Wingo, Spectre Gaming, Fat Hog, Ultra Maximus 79, Blissmon 1, Bliss 2121, Bruno 15477. You were the participants in the first ever live iScored tournament. I think it was pretty successful. It was fun. Other games we had this week, we had The Grinch Stole Christmas. We had a lot of players in that. Dan Ridge, Dave LB, Spectre Gaming, Wingo, Jay, me, Ballydurn, Sacro. Sacro is a monster. He's a great pinball player. We played the AtGames pinball just released. Actually, it's also on Zaccaria pinball, which is on Steam. And you could play on any platform too. Just you have to be able to take a picture of it. Just take a picture. Bliss 2121, Dave LB, Wingo, Ichabod Crane played. Good to see Ichabod's name on the leaderboards. I played Ballydurn, T. McCloskey from Arcade Talk. Jay, Sacro took that. Robocop, Sacro is a monster gamer, so he's trying to sweep the boards. I can't believe I pulled a week where I actually won. I tried my best at Robocop. I just could not get very far. And this is a single quarter play, so no continues are allowed. You got one quarter as far as you can get. So when you're dead, you're dead. But I got 23,800. Ichabod Crane took me out. Lord Donkey Balls got way more, got 40,000. And Sacro was killing it with 83,300. Congratulations, Sacro. Do love the game. I'm going to go back to it and play it when I can continue. When you play in tournaments, you get the single quarter experience. So you just have to one quarter all these. Alpine Ski, a hell of a game, very tough. On this winning game, I kind of sped through it and got to the ski jump. And my strategy was just to get as far as I could. And I ended up winning Alpine Ski, which I usually don't win. So thank you. It was a great week of competition. Just to show you, the leaderboards are now active with the brand new games. Let me scroll over. Our brand new games are already up. We already got 3 people in elevator action already, which is a AtGames exclusive Taito, part of the Taito games that they had made. We have Wingo and Ballydurn with nice scores. I'm last. We have Bliss 2121, dropped the first score in XENA. I'll be playing that in Pinball Effects VR while I'm testing out the X-Arcade Haptics kit, final version. We got Top Hand, which I'll talk about in a bit. That's another game I added. It's a classic pinball game. Very, very classic. Very much the pure heart of pinball. We got the great tube shooters, Tempest and Gyruss, which are 2 fantastic shooters, tube shooters. I mean, these are like peanut butter and jelly. When you play them right after each other, you see how much they share in design too. Really great. Let's see. So those are our tournaments, and every week we do different games. It's a lot of fun. So come join us. Let me remove that and go back full screen. Let me check in with the chat. Hey, we got Mad Ben Han here. Nice Attack from Mars tournament last week. Mad Ben Han, one of the legends of AtGames Pinball. Fantastic pinball player. Go check out his channel. If you really want to learn how to play these tables at a high level, be honest, I watch his videos. I study what he does. He's a fantastic gamer. And if you play enough pinball, you eventually can watch and you can kind of learn what they're doing. So it's very exciting time for pinball. I think we have a lot of good tournaments going, and it's a good time to get into AtGames pinball as well. I do like we'll talk about AtGames pinball in a bit, but We got Video Game Vegas saying RoboCop is all about timing and character placement. A lot of memorizing where to be. It seemed that way. Like a lot of times I just didn't know where to stand to survive, but it seems like there were safe spots where you could jump up and down and shoot. Especially at the end of that first level when you fight the is it the Ed 209, that giant robot? It's pretty cool. You know what I do, Video Game Vegas? I turn the sound off and I turn on some Secret Agent Man. That's what I do. Every time I play it, I just put on Secret Agent Man, and it puts me into a different vibe altogether. You can't turn the music off if it irritates you, and you can have just the sounds like a classic pinball. So let's see. Yeah, just turn off the sound and join in. It's a lot of fun. I'll admit it. Some games I turn the sound off. I crank up my music I like, and I get in the zone. Like the music could be, pick something you like, We got, what is this? Yeah. Your steps, you have a wrench. You have my authority to do whatever you need to do in the chat. I've been busy for a couple of weeks, but I'm coming back. Watch out, Sacro. Well, welcome. We got 2 great arcades to chase this week. Gyruss is one I'm really good at. I played the heck out of that one. I play it all the time. So Gyruss is a game. It is very much like Galaga. I mean, games can last 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes easily on Gyruss. So it is it's a game that's a longer play. Tempest is pretty tough, but anyway, be sure to play some games. Let me get back on track. I feel like I'm getting off track. So let me pull up my notes here and see where I'm supposed to go. Let's see. Oh, what am I doing? Hold on. I don't want to do that. I just want to show it. How do I show it? There it is. Okay. Okay, so we introduced the new games. Let's see. We did the Retro Legends, babe. Arcade1Up is dead. We talked about that. New channel. Go check them out. Oh, Top Hand. I wanted to show Top Hand. So 1 second. Let me pull that down. And then we're going to do what? Some AtGames stuff. Okay, so let me pull this down now. I know where I'm going. I'm just going to play 1 ball of Top Hand. I think this is a fun game to play in competition. And I hope a lot of people take advantage of playing this week. Let me remove this. This is taking up memory. I don't need it taking up memory. So I'm going to have to switch cameras. Boom. Okay, beside me, this is live. And I'm just going to shoot 1 ball of Top Hand so you can see it in action. It's not going to be the greatest game ever. I just want you to see what it looks like. But this has that classic old school pinball feel. This kind of games for me, like, this is a relaxing game. Like when I play this, it just mellows me out. I love these old school type pinballs like this. They're a lot of fun. This plays really well too. Just gonna play 1 ball. I'm not gonna take too long. Just so you can see, you can hear the sound. You can see what it plays like. This is a whole different pinball experience than XENA, obviously. This is going back more to the roots, but a very well-designed game. It's got a great rule set when you get into it. And these games in here are fun to practice your pinball skills. You practice your nudging. There you go. So, another game. Everyone can play it. Doesn't matter what it's on Zaccaria Pinball. If you have AtGames, it's available on every AtGames product. You can play it. It's called Top Hand. Just another fun game to play. Let me go back to the chat. This is when pinball was a dime. That's right. Good question from Steps Gaming. She says, what home arcade company will have the biggest impact in 2026? That's a good question. Let me know in the chat. What do you think? What company is going to have the biggest impact in 2026? Yeah, Top Hand is really fun. This is a good game. It is a fun classic pinball game. I think in the future too, I kind of want to mix it up where you got a little bit of the old school, a little bit of the modern. Because when you go play at a pinball event, a lot of times in the tournament, they'll do that. They'll play something really old and they'll play something from the 90s probably or 2000s. And then they'll play something very modern. And I think you have to play these old games to get used to playing them. But I just enjoy playing them. To me, it's a different experience. It's more mellow. I really enjoy them. So I'm going to put them in the tournaments from now on. We'll just play one kind of classic, and they're very good for developing your pinball skills. So they're slower. There's a lot of basic pinball skills you develop playing these classic pinball games, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Got a super sticker from Steps. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And let me go back to the regular chat. How do I do that? Okay. Got Sacro talking about Top Hand is a great EM. It's nice not having a million flippers and ramps like on some of the Zaccaria Deluxes. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. I think it's good to mix it up and play different things. It's more fun that way, for sure. Let me see. I'm going to end the poll real quick. I can make a new poll. Let me just put this. Let me end this poll real quick. Let's say that according to the chat, let's see what I got to pull this up. According to the chat, I'll put this in the chat so I can actually show it on the screen. I like to show it on the screen. Usually when I do this, according to the chat, best game in the Retro Legends Arcade this week. Gyruss from Konami, 37%. Elevator Action Pinball from AtGames, 36%. I think Magic Pixel made it, but it's the Zaccaria Magic Pixel people made those tables. They do not have a center post. Tempest, 18%. Poor XENA's getting no love. XENA with only 9%. So the winner by a hair was Gyruss from Konami. Yes. Welcome to the stream, Tim York. Dr. Torque, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. So it does look like Gyruss was the overall winner. But I'm going to type something in chat. I want to make a new poll real quick. Just give me a minute to type this up. Let's see. Let me go back to Steps question. I want to pull that up. That is a good question. I want to see what my audience thinks here. I'm just curious for my own sake. Let me pull up Steps comment. Okay, this is the question we're going to answer. What home arcade company will have the biggest impact in 2026? One second. Okay, let me know what companies I need to put in there. Obviously, I'm gonna say Arcade1Up. I'm gonna say Basic Fun. I mean, really, is Arcade1Up and Basic Fun are kind of the same. I don't think they need to be separate. I think it's really, I don't think they're two separate companies because they just bought Arcade1Up. So I'll go Arcade1Up, Basic Fun. Let's go AtGames. Tell me who else I should put. Arcade1Up, AtGames. Oh, Iconic Arcade. Yeah, Iconic Arcade. Okay. I want 4. I need one more. Iconic Arcade. And let's add one more. Glenn's FU. Okay, that's fair. Hopefully you'll have those for sale for people that just want to buy them that did not kickstart. But so what home arcade company will have the biggest impact? I'm putting up the poll. And it's just a live vote. Vote however you feel. We got Thor Arcade, Thor KC, Thor Arcade coming in hot. Got to work on my Charlie Brown Christmas score. Man, I am so sick of playing that. I played that like 4 weeks in a row. So I'm just getting sick of playing it. But I don't know. To me, it's such a long playing game. It's not one of my favorites, but I'll play it. I'll play it for competition, but it's not one of my favorites. But a lot of people love it. That's the thing. I want to make sure everyone gets a chance to play games they like. But yeah, the Charlie Brown Christmas, I'm kind of burnt out on it. Yeah, so I think the poll is fair since Basic Fun owns AtGames. It's really one thing. And, the thing we got to remember is it's all good. If they make new products, they bring new people into the hobby of home arcade. We just need more gamers. We need more people playing. It's always a good thing to have new products. Yeah. I like the Grinch as my favorite Christmas themed table from AtGames. If I could pick any table that I love to play, Christmas time would be the AtGames Grinch as my favorite. But Video Game Vegas says the Snoopy Pinball is a lot better. Yeah, they could make the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. They don't have that yet. That would be a good future title for them to do. So that was the poll is up. Vote and tell me which company you think is making the most progress. Let's see. Let me go to my media here. So the next thing, let's talk about some Arcade went up. Did that. So next is going to be, gotta get this off the screen. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Next is going to be X-Arcade news. Of course, I gave X-Arcade the Best of 2025 award for best new product. Best #1 product for me was X-Arcade. Wasn't even close. I've got a lot of going on with X-Arcade. Here I am playing an arcade game. Done a lot of content with X-Arcade. They did send me, I've been a tester on the prototype Haptics kit. They sent me the final version, which I have installed and I have started testing right now. So we'll talk a little bit of what that was like. A huge thank you to X-Arcade for letting me test out this product. And the Haptics kit, this is kind of what the guts look like. Got a quick little video I'm going to show. It's going to show you the me drilling my X-Arcade with a drill to install the plunger. This was the part I was most nervous about. Now, I'm going to tell you, you're going to be in good hands because X-Arcade has some very good videos they've created showing you step by step. I'm a visual learner. You show me something, I can do it. They have very good videos to kind of hold your hand and run you through this this mod. But the thing I was most nervous about was taking the drill to the X-Arcade. So let's take a quick look at Papa Brad. First, let's look at the Haptics kit, and then we're going to look at me drilling it. So let's find out what the Haptics kit is for the X-Arcade. there you go. There was a look at putting the plunger in the X-Arcade. This is what it looks like in the box when you get the final kit. This is what's going to come back like. They did a ton of upgrades from the prototype. I gave them a lot of feedback. There was a lot of changes made, which I think is going to make the end experience really rewarding for a lot of people. And, you know, I've already made some suggestions from this build, which they're X-Arcade. One of the great things about them is they're always listening. So this is going to be a really smooth, well-developed product. People are going to love playing pinball with this. It's a great time to pick up an X-Arcade. They still got their biggest sale ever going on. You pick up an X-Arcade now with the pedestal, $279 for the Arcade2TV-XR. All the money from X-Arcade I have made has went into prizes for the show. So it's a good way of supporting the show so I can do more in the future. The code you need to offer that you need to enter is BFATV30. So BFATV30. That'll get you the 30% off. I did check it right before the stream to make sure it still worked. And there it is. $279.30. That's the X-Arcade bundle with the pedestal, which is a game changer for playing pinball. If you're playing Pinball Effects VR, it's also really good if you just want to have a nice arcade pedestal set up. I have tons of content on X-Arcade. Check it out. Good time to buy it, though, because it's a great price, and that's the cheapest I've ever seen it. So congratulations once again, X-Arcade. I gave them Product of the Year. Let me check in with my chat. Yeah, I was nervous, but they really do make it easy. They even give you the drill bits. They give you everything you need. They even give you the drill bits. Now, you do have to have a drill, so that might be the only thing. Yeah, I know. Don't be afraid. I was a little afraid, but believe me, after doing it, it's not bad. It's not bad. The only thing that I would recommend is before you even get into installing it is to upgrade the firmware on the unit. And there's also a new dongle that's coming out, which is a new dongle for VR. So, but anyway, let me check in with the polls, see how the polls go on here. Let me switch screens here. We got Arcade1Up with 29%. AtGames got 0 so far. We got Iconic Arcade 29%. We got Glenn's with 38%. So far, Glenn's in the lead. Congratulations, Glenn. So everyone's free to vote. Yes, this is true. See, this is why they sent it to me first. See, if Papa Brad can do it, even a monkey can do it. They know. But to be honest, I was one of the testers that broke a bunch of stuff from playing. So they got feedback about durability, about different things. So they got, send me these products if you want them tested, because I'm going to play on it and I'm going to really put it through its paces. I'm not just going to sit in my background and throw clothes on it. I'm just going to be something I'm going to use. And they definitely did listen to that feedback. There was a bunch of things that were different. I'll do a video on it when it's getting closer to being released, but they did make a bunch of changes from the prototypes. So that was good to see. That's what I want to see. And that was, the new dongle is totally better because it has colors that show you what mode you're in. It can do 3 different modes. So the new dongle is going to be a lot better. So, but one thing I like about X-Arcade is they're constantly improving, and they keep it open so you can do a bunch of things with it. And I really love it. I know a lot of people, they do send out a lot of free units, but after owning one, I would 100% buy this. It's really good. It's great. I mean, you could connect it to there's a lot of different things you can do. You can set it up with an arcade build and play arcade games on a big screen TV. But we got Numbskull is going to be on all cylinders. So we'll see. I did have a Numbskull Pac-Man. I gave it away as a giveaway on my channel, but I did have a Numbskull for a while. And they are really nice replica little miniature arcades. So they do make some pretty cool things. So And let's see, where was I going next? I was going to talk a little bit about some other tournaments going on. I did cover our tournaments. We have Tomato Grass, who does pinball content. He is actually going to be the supervisor and the tournament organizer for a Monster Bash tournament. We still got 2 weeks to it, but I'm going to hype it up a little bit for Tomato Grass. Friend of the channel, great pinball player. Bunch of great pinball players. I mean, they got the legends of AtGames pinball are playing in this thing. I'm on Team Frankenstein. I know I have Mad Ben Hanna's on my team. I think Mikey is on the Mummy team. We have a lot of great players. This is going to be a battle of the ages if you follow AtGames pinball. We have a lot of really good pinball players. Just found out that Jabba is going to be on my team, so go Team Frankenstein. But this is kind of like an all-stars of people that stream pinball. So just glad to be involved in this tournament. Still 2 weeks away, but exciting. On the Tomato Grass channel, go drop him a sub. He's got a good channel. Of course, my good friend T. McCloskey. I'm kind of burnt out on this game because I've been playing it a lot. Now I'm playing it again in the Arcade Talk show, but you know, we voted. This is what people wanted to play. So Charlie Brown Christmas, the Arcade Talk tournament this week. This is in Pinball Effects. You can play it on a PS4, PS5, Xbox One, X, and S series. You can play it on Steam, Epic Games, and AtGames through OTG. I play through OTG when I play it, which is my scores are going to be bad because I feel like the OTG does have some lag, which I'm always fighting. Compared to other platforms, I do like the Pinball Effects VR version is my favorite of this game. But, you know, it's only because I have all the different ways of playing it. I'm kind of spoiled that way. And we're going to switch to some AtGames news. Let me go in and check on my chat real quick. I have to switch back and forth. We got Video Game Vegas is talking about he got a lunar lander. I do believe that if I was to get one, that would be one I would like to have because I'd like the retro styling. I like that thruster. That thruster looks awesome. Yeah, I actually like the Charlie Brown Christmas. I'm just kind of burnt out on playing that pinball table because it's like the third week that someone's done a tournament on it, but people vote on it. They want to play it. So, I mean, I'll play in all the tournaments, but I keep playing the same game. AtGames, of course, what they have going on as far as sales first on their site, the Pinball Micro went back up to $600. But from Amazon right now, you can get the Pinball Micro, the Legends Micro Pinball. You can play all the pinball games we play on Flipper Friends and a lot of the pinball games we play that are AtGames related on this show, the Retro Legends Arcade Show. A lot of them you can play on this Micro. They got it for $299 with free delivery. It's back up to $600 on the AtGames site. Tonight is the last night. You could pick up $100 off of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That was my best of 2025 from AtGames. I think that it's a great cabinet. It's a good value for the money. And those are pretty much the deals. Now, if you waited, all the pinball tables are back to full price. So they had a huge sale going on, but now they're all back to full price. So, you know, if you snooze, you lose. I mean, the sale was a good deal. That was the time to buy some pinball tables as far as software. This is the best AtGames deal right now going on, though. You know, if you're interested in AtGames, this is a great place to start for only $300. This comes with 50 games built, 50 pinball tables, 50. And it's really a nice little machine. I just got one. I'm enjoying playing it. So that's the best deal, though. Pretty quiet over there, the AtGames front. They have Flipper Friends going on right now. Got brand new games coming in this week. We got Elevator Action. Insect World in Africa will be this week. These do count towards the IFPA ranking. So you'll get ranked of all the AtGames players in the world. Papa Brad is now in the 12th spot for world in AtGames pinball. So that's pretty exciting. And you know, this machine, believe it or not, for $300, now that all the tables can be played on all AtGames devices. This would be a cheap way to get into playing Flipper Friends if you think you'd be interested in playing some pinball tournaments on a little cabinet, you know. But I do like these rankings now are actually moving a lot because every week they have a lot more players. They increase the amount of players playing. It's an exciting time to play pinball. You're really going to have to earn it to stay in that top 50 pinball players. It's pretty tough. There's a lot of competition now. I'm not reading that out loud, but I'll put it up on the screen. Yes. Yes. Well, and let me see here. Let me check in on my poll. Let's see. It's exciting times. I do agree. And Biggie D's laughing at Video Game Vegas's comments. Got Dark Realm here. So let me see what else I had. So my 3 products of the year. Number 1, of course, was X-Arcade. Number 2 was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pinball machine from AtGames. And my number 3, of course, is the Octopus Arcade Stick, which is a super high-end single-player joystick. It's just unbelievable. It's just like it's just, I can't even say enough about it. It's better than in any arcade you're going to go in and play. And it works with all the consoles. That's how I've been enjoying fighting games. Thorcade is making a pinball machine cup holder. It says it's going to finish printing in 6 minutes. Yes. So that was pretty much the show I had worked out. So drop some scores on our leaderboards. I gotta close the poll here in a minute. Like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Hope everyone had a great Christmas and hope Santa brought you some presents. Yes. It is tethered to connecting to the servers a lot. Yes. That is the one weakness I feel like AtGames. Now you can't turn off your when you disconnect your connection now on, at least with the 4K and the Turtles cabinet, it takes all the tables offline. You just tell it to forget your Wi-Fi. But any comments on what you would like to see next year? What I would like to see next year, I would like to see Zen Pinball on the Turtles cabinet from AtGames. I'd like to see the biggest comeback story of all time with Arcade1Up delivering some better quality cabinets. Even if it's Basic Fun that's actually bankrolling it, I'd like to see Arcade1Up bring some nostalgic titles for people that they want to see. I would like to see everyone get along better. It's been a tough year. I think there's been a lot of drama. And, I think, Stepstream she said, you got to use the golden rule, treat other people the way you want to be treated. And, just remember that this show is all about the games. And that's what it's always going to be about. So Sacro saying on the HD, I have all my tables linked to my device. He said no server is required to play. Yeah. And that being said, I had a great year. This is the end. So be no more streams till next year. It's the last one. It's the last Retro Legends Arcade of 2025. So this is the end. So thank you so much to everyone that's played. I think we've almost had 100 different players playing on our leaderboards. Pretty amazing. But this does bring back that old arcade feel. You put your quarter on the glass, drop some scores, and remember, be patient, try to be understanding, but you can't live with your you can't live with your head in a hole in the ground either. Just try to remember that we're all here for the love of these games. At least I'm here. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the love of these games. And Steps was talking about legacy. Like, what would your legacy be? I think the legacy for me would people would look at my channel and say, man, this is a guy that loved arcade and pinball games, 3,000 plus videos, and my work ethic is second to none. I'm constantly dropping videos. So when you have 3,000 hooks out in the ocean, guess what? Some of them are going to hit. You never know what's going to go off. So that's my strategy for YouTube. I do a lot of content. And, I wish everyone have a great new year. And I'll be seeing you in the next year. So everyone take care. Thanks so much for playing. And that's it. Stay legit. Happy holidays.